Hello everybody, welcome to Short Shot Archery, and in this video I just want to share with you, my experience and my thoughts on the Vegas shoot. And no, we're not sponsored by Pure Leaf, but Unilever, if you're out there, you can be part of my life with some sponsorship. But besides that, I have a nice little list here of things I want to talk about and things I found interesting. As my video is rendering here. And as you can see, I don't even have an archery shirt on because the Vegas shoot has just finished. It's probably been done for only a couple hours now. First off, signage. Now, you're thinking, oh, great, advertising. The funny thing is that they keep finding more and more creative ways at this shoot to go and, advertise things. South Point put in a people mover, and now they had a huge, welcome archers to the Vegas shoot. So that was super cool. They're putting, signs for the shoot on elevators, and there's a huge one. Shrewd had a giant one of all their pro shooters as you went down a set of escalators. So that was sweet. Pretty much just all over the place, from banners hanging on walls. One of the main, I guess you would call it halls, heading towards all the shooting arenas and the vendors area, had all the the World Cup, top World Cup archers and stuff. So it's really cool that I feel like that keeps growing every year, and they keep finding unique and fun ways to advertise the shoot. Not only for us, the archers there, but trying to make this a bigger public presence for those people not involved in archery. Ooh, next up, I think this was a pretty important one. It actually threw me for a whole 360. So in the past, when you got done scoring, at least for flights, because I shot recurve flights, when you got done, you would take your scorecard and you would pretty much move as fast as you can without running anybody over and without being really rude. Politely try to get through all the traffic to get to this big long line that people were checking the scorecards, making sure you had matching cards, all your numbers were right. That used to be in one area by registration, and halls A and B and C and D and possibly another shooting area would all feed into the same place. That was a mess. Well, for this shoot, they seem to have pretty much fixed that problem. So they had people set up in each of the halls. So a table set in A and B, one in C and D, and those people took care of the scorecards for that particular hall. So you had no real mad rush to get scorecards into this line of people that was messing up the flow, because where registration is, you have to go through there in order to get to the vendor area and to the main shooting arena. So it really messed with human traffic. So I think that was a really good step forward by the NFAA to really streamline this process of handing in scorecards. But an interesting thing, kind of on that note, I'm curious to see, and I don't know, maybe hear what we're going to do as we expand. This shoot keeps growing, I would say every year. I personally haven't kept track, but from what I've seen, I feel like we keep growing numbers-wise every year. We're at 3,500 plus this year. I believe it was definitely less than that the year before. Actually, they said it was a record, so it was definitely less than that the year before. Now, having walked around, the South Point for several years now, I feel like I've seen every single area of this, casino, hotel, establishment, and I'm probably missing something, but I'm very interested in seeing where they're going to, stick us next, because they already moved practice to another location because of the the need for more arena space for like actual shooting rounds, because you can't expect people to go shoot on like dirt and stuff, because it's not really like, this is an indoor shoot. So, practice got moved to like a dirt arena that got covered over with some green, I guess it's like an AstroTurf, sort of. I'm not exactly sure what kind of material. But I definitely think it wasn't suitable for anything more than practice. And they already have like the championship archers in their own VIP section. So it'll be interesting to see if we start getting more archers that need, more space, more either halls to shoot in or arenas to shoot in, where they come up with those. Because, I would say we're probably going to have a space problem, maybe in the 4,000 plus archers range. But then again, I do not know like the inside information. That's just like my 2 cents I'm putting out there. So one thing the Vegas shoot is kind of known for, and this is no offense to like the Target brand Morel that's there, but the material the targets are made out of, it's pretty tough, but it stops the arrows well, and whatever they pack these targets with is good for stopping the arrows. But it is really hard to put pins into the target sometimes, especially for people maybe not very strong, or they're young. Like a lot of like the kids and stuff will have a problem. Even I have a problem, honestly. Like I'm like pushing this thing with my hand, and I feel like the nail's gonna go through my thumb. Well, Shrewd accidentally and unofficially came up with a really cool solution for this. So this is a Shrewd dog tag. They just pretty much give them away for free, and it's dedicated to the Vegas shoot. This is the 2018 edition, and what you can use this for, the unofficial purpose, is to push the pins into the target. It gives you a nice amount of leverage, and at the same point in time, it's protecting your soft, squishy thumb, because this is a nice piece of metal here. You can also use it to pull the pins out, because you can get it under the head of the pin and then pull it out. It's really cool that something that was more of a souvenir has an actual purpose and is kind of helpful. Not even at just the Vegas shoot, but even at like your local range or at another tournament you go to. So I recommend, if you are going to the Vegas shoot at some point and they're still making these at Shrewd, which I think they will, definitely pick one up. They're free, so it's not like you have to pay for them. And it's a great way to push in and pull out your target pins without having to kill your thumb. So on to the next topic I want to talk about. We're getting there on the list. Oh, one little thing, and it was cool, but then again, maybe I did get pampered a little bit by the Lancaster Classic with everything they supplied in their like gift bag, their welcome reception bag. It was really nice. We got Vegas shoot target pins. We got 4 of these, and it's probably not, yeah. Anyway, we got 4 of these, and that was really neat. Nice souvenir. I'll use them at home. Totally forgot to bring them to the shoot the entire time. Because you don't think about it. Like, oh, you got these nice target pins. Bring them everywhere you go. I don't know. I'll probably put this on my, dresser or something, and it'll sit there for the next 20 years, and I'll look at it every day. Other than that, the Vegas shoot 2018 pin. This is also very cool. But other than that, there wasn't really like. There's some paperwork, but other than that, there wasn't really anything of substance in the bag, so I didn't even bother making a what's in the bag video. So if you watch this, NFAA, thanks to the things you supplied us, but could you give me some more variety, because I really get entertained, and I find it very entertaining to see what some of these tournaments come up with, and I think as a Vegas shoot, you could do a really awesome job with that, and I wouldn't mind making a video, because that's fun, and I like sharing my experiences. We're getting down there. Oh, very important. I'm really happy that I had a chance to talk with so many of you, subscribers, viewers at the Vegas shoot. It was really great to, hear your feedback and your enjoyment for a lot of the videos I make. You know, I'm definitely going to take as much of that into consideration as possible, you know, what I can, you know, actually physically, you know, do, and, you know, just keep trying to make the best archery content and videos, you know, that I personally can make, and hopefully it's entertaining and some of it, you know, informative at the same time, because, you know, I am trying to strike a little bit of mix of both, you know, some how-to stuff, some, you know, just for funsies, you know. You know, it makes me happy. Hopefully you're, you know, getting the same kind of enjoyment. Okay, and then the last two things. So overall, I feel like the Vegas shoot was, you know, pretty well run. You're talking 3,500 archers, yes, but you're not counting in, you know, the families that are going. You know, it could be one kid shooting, but mom and dad are probably here, or you know, the husband or wife could be shooting, but their husband or wife and maybe their kids are with them as well. So it's way more than 3,500 archers. And I'm not even counting in, you know, like you got World Archery staff, you got NFAA staff, you have all the vendors. They're bringing all their employees to run their booths. So there's a lot of people here, and I felt like NFAA and even World Archery, they did, you know, I feel like the best job they could to, you know, keep things moving. I'm sure there's always going to be ways to, you know, make things more efficient and run things more smoothly. I'm definitely not in a position to really say anything on that. I'm definitely sure, like, as technology and stuff improves, it'll really help, you know, maybe make some of this easier. You know, the world's an ever-changing place out there. And last but not least, I felt the Vegas final this year was probably one of the coolest. I would say the second coolest was Sergio winning 2 years ago, because he was the lucky dog. So that was a huge deal, especially since it was on the 50th anniversary. And I need my piece of paper because I'm sorry. This year, Bobby Eiler won. Now, I really don't know anything about you know, Bob, but it seems like he's not a guy that has a ton of like sponsors and stuff. You know, based on, you know, based on like what he was wearing. I know that sounds kind of bad, but generally if you have sponsors, you have, you know, the shirt for the boat company, and then you have all the little patches on it that tell you, oh, this is my Nox sponsor, this is my Arrow sponsor, yada, 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 you know, all that stuff. He pretty much just had, I think he had like, I don't know, a Martin Archery shirt on, and that was it. So that is pretty cool, because this guy is, you know, kind of somebody that was not known. I don't have no idea who he is. I'm sure, you know, there's people out there that do know who he is, because he did shoot well. You know, he won the whole thing. So he's definitely, you know, quite a shot. But I've never heard his name before, so it was really cool that somebody kind of came out of the blue this time and, you know, really won, you know, the Vegas shoot. So that was fun. So hopefully you got a chance to view that. If not, I'm sure the NFAA or World Archery or something will have a ton of video on that, since they have the you know, the most capable setup to actually make that happen. Other than that, that's pretty much a wrap up on, you know, my take, my view, and my experience of the Vegas shoot. Hopefully some of you found this really interesting, and I would really like to hear, you know, what you thought of the Vegas shoot if you were here, or maybe there's something that I said that, you know, Anthony, maybe you're not thinking about this correctly. I would love to hear that in the comments section down below. I'm always up for suggestions, and, you know, maybe you could change my mind about something if maybe I'm thinking the wrong way. But thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and happy shooting.